Okay, so let's wait. Okay, so let's wait for a few more minutes if people are, I'm seeing that still joining. So I'm sharing my screen soon and also sending a reminder message for all those who have not joined yet. So we'll start exactly after 5 minutes. More minutes. Okay, so good evening, everyone, and welcome to the second master session. I think my screen is also visible, right? May I have some of the reaction? Thumbs up or in chat you can mention. Yes, okay, great. So today the topic is digital transformation in Industry 4.0, right? So we are going to see what's the role of digital transformation when we talk about Industry 4.0, because Industry 4.0 is buzzword, right? And you all might have heard about Industry 4.0, but today we are also going to see what is exactly Industry 4.0, what are the technologies which we can use when we are talking about Industry 4.0, and what does digital transformation, the most trending word, right? What does this mean? So basically today we are going to cover the 5 units. First is on Introduction to Industry 4.0. Unit 2 is Importance of Digital Transformation in Industry 4.0. Role of data science and data analytics in Industry 4.0. What can be the job roles and skills which are there needed when we talk about Industry 4.0? And what is the future of 4.0 and digital transformation? So these are the points which we would be discussing in today's session. So what is Industry 4.0? Anyone would like to say? Till Sunday you can do, but it would be better if you do till Saturday, right? So I think I'm audible, and now you all can answer, like, any idea on what is Industry 4.0? Fourth generation of industrial technology, Sarvesh is saying, very good. Okay, fourth industrial revolution, excellent. Yes, so as the name suggests, it is the industry's fourth version, right? A 4.0, that would be the upgradation, rather, we can say. So what at the end of the Industry 4.0 unit, what we are going to learn? So we would understand what is Industry 4.0, how it is transforming industries. We would also recognize the 4 stages of industrial revolutions and explore the core pillars of Industry 4.0. So I would like to start with a very good quote, right, from Vinny Marchandani, author of Silicon Collar, explains in his book that machines will become more of our colleagues and we should not be so worried about their increased presence in the future. If anything, they will take our outstanding workers and make them even better, right? So there's always a huge discussion, right, on the question that is AI going to take over the jobs? What is your thought? What do you think? Is AI going to take the jobs? No, the quote is outdated. It is taking the job. Okay. Yes, but see, when we say no, that it is taking the job, or for all those who are in that perspective, I would also like to add on that note that when you say that AI is taking a job, it's not taking a job. Even there is more skilled person needed who knows the AI tools and who knows how to work with that. So as it says that it's not going to be harmful. It's not going to be, like an enemy for us, but it is going to be the colleague to us. Just like a person who is working with us, we would have a machine who would be working with us, right? And yes, exactly. Akshaya has said that we should accompany with it. So let me tell you one more scenario related to this. There were in initial days, there were the jobs of lamp lighters. Now, what is this lamp lighters? So I think you all are the generation, and even including me, who have seen the street light. But before my generation, there were the time when there was a light lamp. There was a job of light lampers. So light lampers would light the lamps on the streets. So whenever there was an invention of street light, people thought that, oh, now this job has gone. And they were not in one or two. Think about the states and the countries, and a lot of people were just getting rupees by lighting the lamps on a particular time, right? So they lose their job. Then there was also a job in the escalators, right? The lifts which we are using in the flats. So previously there was a person assigned in every lift or escalator. So they have to say that they would guide, and if there is anything, they would be sorting out. one day in New York, because New York has a lot of high-rise building, right? So when it was a rule in the New York that now onwards there is no need of such kind of people who are accompanying in the escalators, people can operate by their own. And just by announcement of this thing, thousands of people lose their job by this. But is it so that they didn't find anything else? Right? So every challenge also comes with the opportunity. So if we think on that note, and yes, AI makes tasks easy, quite good answers I'm receiving on the chat. So yes, machines will become our new colleagues. Just let me allow the sound also. Okay. So we will see a small video, right? I would be also asking some of the questions from the video. And let me know that whether you are audible, like can you hear the voice of this video? So can you hear the voice? No? Okay, then let me share the screen again. Okay, understood.
Do we increasingly use it and even rely on it in our personal lives? We also find our workplaces.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So I'm starting it from the beginning.
What is Industry 4.0 and what does it mean for you? Technology is driving change across all areas of society. Not only do we increasingly use it and even rely on it in our personal lives, we also find our workplaces digitally evolving, with more and more processes now being undertaken using technology. This change is known as the Fourth Industrial Revolution, or Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 will see many tasks that were once performed by us now being automated. With the collection and analysis of real-time data, artificial intelligence, and the ability for all components of a production line to talk to each other, production can be really efficient and personalized according to customer needs. But what does this mean for us? With increased automation, our time will be freed up for concentrating on more complex tasks. We will need a workforce who are capable of building, programming, and developing these technologies, but also making sure we are applying them to our lives in an ethical way. There are core skills that we can offer that technology cannot replace. The human touch is going to be incredibly important, ensuring effective communication, problem solving, and supporting change management in this digital environment. There will also be a greater need for joint working across disciplines, creating new innovations. The future job market will be looking for graduates with an open mind to explore the unknown future possibilities. We will all need to develop our skills in order to embrace, adapt to this ever-changing environment. What will you do to make sure you are ready and have the right skills to thrive in the Fourth Industrial Revolution?
Okay, so now I would please request everyone to please pay attention currently in understanding this concept and the master session rather than focusing on the week 2 assignment, right? Because you have time, you can submit it, right? And you also had Ask Me Anything session. If you have not attended, you can have the recording link of that as well, right? And later you can discuss or ask such questions. So I would please request, do not write anything in the chat related to assignments or anything. This is a master session where you have to understand and learn the new things, right? Okay, so the question is, write down the any 4 technologies which you think are going to change or which is we needed in Industry 4.0. What are the 5 technologies was talked about in this video? AI, Priyanka is saying virtual assistant, great. AI and machine learning, cloud computing, metaverse, cybersecurity, computer vision, blockchain, Gen AI, machine learning, IoT, yes, robotics, data science, perfect, right? So all those things are going to be, more and more needed. And we also need a lot of manpower who knows all those technologies. Right? So Industry 4.0 represents the current phase of the industrial revolution, focusing on the integration of advanced digital technologies to create smart industries. Right? So Industry 4.0 transforms traditional industries into intelligent data-driven systems that enhance speed, efficiency, and innovation.
What?
So when we talk about Industry Revolution 4.0, of course, the thing comes in our mind. What was Industry Revolution 1.0, right? So the invention of steam was the first innovation in the industrial era, right? So when we talk about the industries, whenever there was a steam generation was there, and we had the machines which can be operated using the steam. So it changed the way how industry was working previously. In second industry revolution, when a second industry revolution happened, when there was an invention of electricity, mass production, assembly lines, and electricity. So thanks to electricity, there was a second revolution. Because of electricity, people, we had a lot of conveyor belt was there. We had machines, electronic machines, more and more. When was the third industry revolution? By computer and automation, right? The rise of a computer was in Industry 3.0, which was more on database collections were happening. People have started using the computer for various reasons. So that was Industry Revolution 3.0. And when we talk about Industry Revolution 4.0, that's more on the cyber physical systems. And when we talk about cyber physical systems, that is a kind of embedded based systems as well. Networks like 5G, 6Gs, right? AI. When we talk AI, already machine learning, computer vision, all things comes under that umbrella itself. So when we talk AI, machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, everything comes inside it. Of course, IoTs. Why? It is not written as a technology IoT here, but when you talk about cyber physical system or fourth industrial revolution is what? Where machine are talking to machine. Like a human can talk with the human. Fourth industrial revolution is where machine are talking to machine. That means there are the sensors, there are the AI and role of machine learning where machines are talking to machines. So that's Industry Revolution 4.0. And when we talk about India, you can find there are still many MSMEs, SMEs who have not yet adopted computer in their day-to-day business process. And they have not automized some of the part, right? So there is, it's like if you are passing the 10th standard, then and then you can go to 12th standard, right? So if your company or an industry is Industry 3.0 equipped, then and then it can be Industry 4.0 equipped, right? Now we in India have double opportunities because still there are many, just having a computer doesn't mean Industry 3.0. There is one more word, automation. Using computer, if any of the business process has been automized, that's an Industry 3.0. So there is a lot of still many sectors where that is needed. And once 3.0 is equipped, there is 4.0. And you would be, when by the time you are implementing 4.0, already 5.0 is on the door. Already people have proposed the Industry 5.0. Correct? So that's how showcase of what is the need as well and what are the things happening behind the scene. So when we talk about fourth industrial revolution, it reshaped the industries, its jobs and lifestyles through major technological advancement. It was automation and autonomy, cyber physical systems, smart data usage, enhanced customization, human machine collaboration, global connectivity. All those things are there when we talk about industrial revolution. Now I would request automation and autonomy. Any example, any feature or any company name using this comes in your mind? That's an answer. Okay, Tesla, right? For driving automation. Fine. Any example comes in your mind about cyber physical systems? So that's a physical system which is being automated, right? But use of IoT, like either better, by sitting here also I'm operating my car, or by sitting here I'm operating the air condition at my home. Okay. Dashcam, AI. Nowadays there is a feature in the car as well. No, before I'm inside the car, from here only I can turn on the AC of my car. So meanwhile I will reach to my car, car would be chilled. Okay. Anything about smart data usage? This many of the companies are doing, right? Whatever data, whatever likes you are doing on the basis of that. So any one application or anything comes in your mind about smart data usage? So Instagram, that's perfect. I was expecting the same answer, right? So Instagram, when you are liking something, similar type of suggestions you are getting, similar type of advertisement you are getting, right? If by chance you have liked or shared 2 BHK property, lots of 2 BHK properties would be there in your suggestions. YouTube also, perfectly correct. Online shopping platform, perfect. Flipkart, Snap, Netflix, they all are doing smart data usage and very, very smart data usage, in fact. Again, the fourth one is enhanced customization. So when you talk about enhanced customization, that is where you have seen this. Mobile auto manufacturing unit, Zomato notification, ChatGPT, yes. So the level of, that's a very good case study I would definitely share with you all, as one of you have written the Zomato or Swiggy notification. They are a perfect example of enhanced customization. See, one of the, dairy at Gandhinagar have started giving the sizzling gajar halwa during this winter seasons, right? It was just like how you have a brownie with vanilla ice cream. Similarly, you would have a gajar halwa with vanilla ice cream, and that was also sizzling, right? A hot gajar halwa, and the similar type of look you get just as a brownie. So I just saw that reel on the Instagram. I forwarded that reel to one or two my friends and have asked them, let's go to this place and explore. Just after 2 or 3 days in Swiggy, I got a notification. Winter is here and you have not tasted gajar halwa? It's here for you, just a 1 click away. See the level of customization. People who are chatting, who are thinking to go to some place, these people will not allow you to go and make your plan successful. Instead, they will say that there is no need to go. You sit home, we will deliver. All right. So that's the level of enhanced customization. So perfectly answered by the one of those who have mentioned the Zomato notification. Human machine collaboration. Right? So human machine collaboration is something like many industries, like half of the things, not half of the 80% of the things would be done by machine, and then there is a human, and human and machine collaboratively makes a particular thing. Global connectivity, it's a part of network, as we mentioned, because network is also one of the things when we talk about fourth industrial revolution. So we have a global connectivity. By sitting here, you can chat, you can Gmeet, you can do video call, video conference with anyone sitting anywhere in the world. That's the power of global connectivity. What are the core pillars of Industry 4.0? As you all have mentioned, IoT, big data, AI, robotics, and cloud computing. These all are in one or another way we are using in the Industry 4.0. Okay, so I'm giving some of the case study. See, answers are there in front of your screen, right? Even if you're just writing I would understand IoT, B, that's for big data, A for AI, R for robotics, and C for cloud computing. So I will give you scenario and you need to give me the answer that which technology mostly relates it. Chatbots, live chatbots are the example of. Fastest finger first, we had a Priyanka. So round of applause for you. AI, great. So round of applause for all those. Second scenario goes as, by sitting in my office, I'm able to turn on and turn off my AC. Example of IoT this time, Tarun is the fastest finger first person. Great, right? Okay, so IoT, Bluetooth would be a part of IoT. That's great. Now think of the scenario where there is a social media data, tons and tons of data, and from that I am extracting the insights. Yes, this time Kaustup is the fastest finger first winner. Great. Applause for all those who are giving the correct answers, right? And one more scenario where we are having a in our home as well also cleaning robot, right? Cleaning robot who is cleaning our home. Yes, that's an example of robotics. And I have my each and every data in DigiLocker, using DigiLocker for keeping my data and accessing anytime from anywhere. That's the CC, cloud computing. Great. So for cloud computing, we had Teja as the fastest finger first. And for robotics, we have Uttar Sharma, right? For that. Great. So round of applause. So this is how you need to always explore the technology, like whatever you are using in your day-to-day life, what is the technology which is being there? If you would do that, you would be able to build a use case. You would be able to make more and more products, right? Which is a tech-based product. So great. Now, let's move to the next slide, which is a lab activity where identify and explore the interconnected technologies that define Industry 4.0 using mind maps. So just a minute, I would be sharing with you both this link. We do not have that much time, but definitely you can check out. Oh, Deepak, you have missed the chance to get on the hot seat. We have more questions to go, right? Okay. So basically, I have to share my whole screen. So if you are clicking on the mindmister.com, you can continue with Google. It's a mind mapping. What question we have? Identify and explore the interconnected technologies that define Industry 4.0. We need to find out interconnected technologies using mind maps. Right? So you already have a mind map here. So you can just create it. So here you can write down, say for example, if we think of Netflix movie recommendation. If we take this case study, you need to make a mind map, like what are the technologies related to this? So you can just add connection like this. You can enter or tab to create a chat. So what technology can be used? It can be machine learning, right? And in machine learning also, it would be unsupervised machine learning. And that also clustering technology maybe we are using. So that's the one part. Now, if we want to make some more connection here, right? So this is one more where it is using, say, data science. Inside data science, which type of analytics it is doing. Likewise, you can create, right? And once it is done, you can even take a screenshot of it and share it with me on the chat if you can. You can't see the screen? Okay. Okay, so my laptop screen has been stuck. So I have joined from a mobile and I'm restarting the computer. So please allow me 2-3 minutes. Meanwhile, whatever I have given you in a chat, right? You can take that link, right? You can go with the link which is there, which I have given you. This message, I'm again pasting it. So just sign in, log in with Google. Do that in this Mind Maps online. I know that I'm not visible, just a 2 minute, right? I am restarting my laptop. I have joined from my mobile. Meanwhile, I have given you this link. You just need to click it and sign in with Google, sign in with Gmail and just check. There would be one tab known as Mind Map. So you do not need to discuss about the weekly assignment. I request everyone to open the link and create a mind map. Once your mind map is done, you can share it in a chat. And for mind map, the topic is Netflix movie recommendation. Okay, so now let me tell you again. So this is the activity which you can perform and create a mind map showcasing which technologies are used in Industry 4.0. So are you able to see my screen now? Mindmister.com. Yes, great. So once you will log in with your Gmail account, you would have a mind map like this. So once you will click on the mind map, so this is a tool by which you can create a mind map, right? So for example, here you can take any use case or even, so first I have shown you how to do with the Netflix movie recommender. But if we just talk about Industry 4.0 technologies, so which are there? If you want to see, you can have a add connection option. So if you want to add connection here, you can just tab or enter, right? So if you would do tab, you can have, if you are writing IoT, sensors, Bluetooth, 5G, all those. Now, if you want to talk about data science and all those, we can have one more connection. It can be like data analytics, a recommendation, and so on and so forth. So this is how it looks like. Is it clear to everyone? This is how you can create a mind map. Now, let's move ahead. Okay, great. So this is all about Unit 1, where we have seen that what is Industry 4.0. Now we are going to see that what is the importance of digital transformation in Industry 4.0. So here, why digital transformation matters. But before moving to this, I would again like to ask you a simple question. What do you understand by digital transformation? Because there are a lot of words like digitization, digitalization, and then comes digital transformation. Mind map, you might have attended the previous session on design thinking. So when you're doing design thinking, there is a mind map, one of the tool. So mind map is about keeping your thoughts of mind on a paper, right? So generally it's using pen and paper, but there is a tool by which you can exercise the same thing. Mind map is just a rough diagram, while UML diagrams are something specific to a particular project. In both we do the design, that's correct. So in a way, flowchart, architectural diagram, there are tons of diagram, right? But when you talk about mind map, it is just mapping your mind thoughts on a paper. That's what in a simple terminology mind map is. And UML diagrams are the diagrams used for the database connections, for various activities included in a single project, right? Okay, so now the current question is, any example of digital transformation can you give? What is digital transformation? What do you think or what do you perceive about digital transformation? I think now someone has a chance to sit on a hot seat. Okay, so first is finger first. This time we are having Jagadish and UPI, PhonePe, Zomato, DigiLocker, Paytm, sending message. Okay, sending message in a more attractive way. Okay, got it. Now I have one more thing to say here. This is one of the myth. This is, listen my words carefully. This is one of the myth that digital transformation is not about only making things online or just by doing the things in a new way. Digital transformation is something where you are changing or where you are upgrading each and every business processes. And when we say business processes, that means it starts from the manufacturing to logistic to finance to marketing to recommendation, all those things. If that is digitalized in any organization, we can say that company has done digital transformation. Anything comes in your mind? Starbucks, Tesla, Airbnb, Flipkart. Yes, Amazon, Flipkart. These all are the examples where all those things are there, right? And MetroCard. Yes, the way we were passport applications, RTO registrations, RTO applications, lot many things have been changed. The way we were doing in a traditional method, it should be digitalized, and that also in a way where it affects the each and every business process. That's the digital transformation. Yes, great examples from you all. So I think that's clear. Now, why it matters? Many times I say in my sessions that digital transformation is not a choice. It is a force, right? Because your competitors have already gone digital. If you are not going digital, then it's, of course, alarming for you, right? So it is need of the hour. It is something which is mandatory going to be the part of each and every organization. You just think of a scenario, just a grocery shop. You can close your eyes and think of a grocery shop beside your home, right? Which is very near to your home. There can be many. Some of them would be providing you the service that you can just call from your home and we would be delivering free of cost at your doorstep. Many of the people are going with that criteria because if that is a rainy season, if there is something like a working woman who is just reaching home and they need to cook, so if they will spend more time over there, it is again delayed. So rather than they would just call and say, you just come up with all those things. Meanwhile, she can have some of the more things ready in the kitchen. So the lifestyle of the people are being in such a way that there is a huge demand of those things. So if someone is providing more services, someone is just, like Blinkit. Blinkit itself says your last minute app. That itself says that that's so creative and one of the example of digital transformation. Right? So why it matters? Enhance productivity and efficiency, streamlines processes, allows teams on focusing on higher value tasks, cost reduction through automation. Right? A lot of cost would be reduced because you are performing the automation. You might have seen some of the dosa machines, right? So if you are fond of South Indian food, there is a dosa machine, there is a pani puri machine, right? And you get around 200 dosas per hour or something. I don't remember exactly the production of it, but that's a cost reduction through the automation. Drives innovation and new business model, right? Most of the organizations or most of the companies or businesses are now having their own app, right? You can just deliver, you want things to be delivered at your doorstep. So yes, due to all those things, digital transformation matters. What's the roadmap? So assessment, evaluate current capabilities and set smart goals for digital transformation. Say for example, if we are having someone, say Jagadish, we came from rainy clouds to Google Clouds. This is called digitalization. No, that's not a digitization. We came from rainy clouds to the man-made rains, right? In Dubai, you might have heard in last summer, there was a case where artificial rain was there. So from rainy clouds to artificial rain can be the example of digitalization, but from rainy clouds to Google Cloud is something just a rhyming jingle, right? See, you know everything. There are artificial trees. Say for example, Jagadish is starting a startup, right? He's going to make artificial trees as he has mentioned, right? Also make moon in the morning time, right? Perfect. So that is what we are coming into. So first of all, if some small startup is there, so evaluate current capabilities and set the smart goal for digital transformation. So currently you are just growing artificial trees for your own purpose or for your own state. Set a smart goal to deliver it to a whole country, right? Once that is achieved, you can think of worldwide as well. After assessment, there is a planning. So if you think it is suitable, go for planning. First, check whether there is a need of digital transformation or not in the sector which you have chosen. If there is a need, second step would be the planning. Identify required technologies. You need a skill and a roadmap how to implement it. So once your planning is ready, go with the implementation, and then you can evaluate. Once the thing is done, you first set is ready. So for state, you were good. You were already delivering in your state. Now, when you have started for the country, you may face that in some of the areas, no, you do not have any transportation services or the posting is very high. So likewise, you can change your strategy and then you can come up with some more things. So that's how assessment, planning, implementation, and evaluation are the part of digital transformation. Correct? Okay. What are the challenges in digital transformation, right? Like every startup wants to do digital transformation, every MSME, every SMEs would also like to do this. But what are the challenges? First and foremost is the data security while complying with regulations and maintaining customer trust. as soon as you enter in the era of digital transformation, there is a huge compromise with the security, right? This is one more case study, real case study, which I would like to share with you all. Is something that in one of my session, I was delivering a guest session or say expert talk on to the builders, right? It was a real estate institute, and so one of that person asked me during the session that, Madam, although you are talking about recommendation is nice, but I don't understand. One day I was just scrolling about HP printer, and second day I had 3 salesmen at doorstep of my office. How is that possible? I was just checking on the Amazon that, okay, do I have any HP printers and what is good, what is not? I was just checking that, and just the day after, I had 3 person right in front of me with HP printer in their hand, saying me that, sir, which would you like to purchase? How could that be possible? Anyone would like to solve this case study? Have you understood the question? I have just scrolled and person are there in front of me. No, it's not a fake story. Of course not, because that person was scrolling in on the Amazon. Amazon have your data stored. And if you are, if someone use your profile, do you get in a LinkedIn that X person has viewed your profile, Y person has? If I'm having my business on the Amazon, wouldn't I get some of the things from there? And there we have exact address, like this is the block number, this is the shop number, and here is my organization. Because of my past delivery address, anyone can understand that what is my address. Now HP person would not wait till you order it from online. They would directly sending their person. If this is the level of data analysis, or this is the level of digital transformation someone is doing, then just think of how could you, be saved from the cybersecurity risk. Think of the scenario. Right? So that is where ensuring data security is a thing which we need to focus on. Upgrading technology can be expensive, especially for smaller companies. Right? So if you are already using a technology and upgrading a technology may have a lot of cost. So already if you are a small scale company, you do have a budget constraint. So these are some of the challenges. Even employee needs training on the new technology which you are seeing. You just think of a scenario if till today, and this is a live thing which you all are facing, most of you are. Mostly you have done submission until date, rather in the offline mode, where you are just writing in a paper and submitting it. Either you have submitted your assignment in a Google form, or either you have submitted in your Google Classroom, or if your team setup is there, you have shared on the Teams. This is in AICTE. First time might be you are uploading everything in a GitHub repo, you are copying your Git link and you are sharing that link as an assignment. So many of you would thinking in your mind that why we are doing this much process? Can't we directly upload that Jupyter notebook file? See, this is the called cultural thing is there attached with challenges in digital transformation. People do not want to change because 80% of people would not accept the change easily. Right? This is just a submission of assignment, a very small process. Think of an employee who is working for 30 to 40 years in a company, and suddenly company says that, okay, now there would be not this type of thing. We are coming up with this database software or this another AI-based tool and all those things. So it needs training on all those new topics. And again, it's a question how much it is acceptable and adaptable by the employees. It's important to define clear metrics to track the effectiveness of digital change. Once you are already spending crores rupees on digital transformation, but if effect is not seen, then again, it is an alarming sign. So those are the challenges when you talk about digital transformation. So okay. Now, yes, for security, I think someone has written Ghibli ChatGPT art. That is also where security has a issue. So there are key trends in industry 4.0, like smart factories, where I say you machine talks with machine, communication between machines with the help of sensors, IoT technologies, predictive maintenance. That is, before the failure happens, you are predicting that there can be a failure, which is a very, very good thing. Particularly, it is helpful when, on the port businesses, there are containers, a very heavy and huge containers are being carried out by some of the cranes, and then it is put on the ship. So if that robotic arm or crane, whatever you call, if it needs the maintenance, and if we know it in advance, it's good. But by chance, if there is something technical glitch or any physical thing is not working properly, and think of that container is falling down, how many people would be there? And there would be no survival chances of the person who would be there below it, right? So there is a huge role of predictive maintenance in every industry, right? Digital twins are creating virtual models. So what is digital twin exactly? Having a replica of any physical system in digital. If I'm having a Tesla car, I want to check something, I'm not checking directly on the car. I'm making its virtual copy and I'm trying in that and doing in a simulation method. And if it works nice, I can have that in a physical system. Even robotic surgeries are one of the thing, but telesurgeries, if you have heard about telesurgeries, right? This word has boomed during the COVID. Like doctor is not going in the operation room, still by sitting in their office, they are able to operate a person. So that's a telesurgery kind of thing. Person sitting in India can operate on a patient residing in US. This kind of thing comes under the telesurgeries, right? Which is a part of digital twin. Right. So for Unit 2, we have a hands-on, which is a case study, research a company or industry to explore its key elements of digital transformation journey, focusing on benefits, challenges, and trends. I would just request you to put some of the company's name or industries where you have seen digital transformation, that traditionally it was operating in this way, but today it is something like this. SBI, Tata, okay, RTO Office, Solana Kubernetes, Technologia, Union, colleges, railways, Reliance, IBM, okay, Meesho, Amazon, Flipkart, every e-commerce platform you can think of, even Netflix. So Netflix was just giving DVDs on a rent, and from that they have come up to the position where today we have Netflix as a button in our remote control, right? So that's the power of perfect digital transformation adopted by a company at a particular perfect time. Nike traditionally unable to try makeup. Now digitally we can try on makeup, find shades of lipsticks, hair color, foundations, shade. Great. Yes. LMS we have where everyone can upload the things and all. Instagram. Great. A round of applause for all those who have given their answer in a chat, and that also, which is very, very correct. Great. Okay. Now let's move to Unit 3, Data Science and Data Analytics in Industry 4.0. Now, what is data science and what is data analytics and why do we need it? For this, there is not a activity, but I would, give you a very good activity to understand this concept. Just give me a minute. Till then, you can give your answer on what is the, data science. What do you understand? What is data science all about? Analysis the data set provided. Okay, manipulation of the data. Session will end at 7:30. Hopefully, I'm not making you more bored, right? I'm trying to make it okay. So here we have what's the role of to understand the role of data science application, fourth industrial revolution, investigate case studies to learn how data science is utilized in various industries, and explore data analytics tools that enable informed decision making. Now, this is the activity. I think you would find very easy, but still, here actually you have a chance to sit on a hot seat. How many pencils are there? How many pencils can you see on the screen? 2, 8, 7, 6, 4, 4, 2 visible, 8, 5, 7. Great. Okay, question 1 ends here. Question 2. How many pens are there? Pen can also look like a sketch pen. So can you find some pen from this? How many pens are there? 4, 5, 6. 6 banana is great. Okay, 6 pen. Man gaye. How many staplers are there? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. And how many scissors are there? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 7 scissors? नहीं हो सकती. Scissors ऐसी जो दिख रही है, this is a scissors. Okay. Fine. So I think all of you are having wrong answers. But let's see what are the correct one. Should I reveal the correct answer? Now, similar question. How many pencils are there? How many pens are there? How many stapler? Stapler is only one. So all those who have said stapler 1 is correct. All those who have said 2 scissors are correct. What did you understand from this? What do you think? What is this? Yes, there is no way we can count when the data is unstructured. It's not an example. Now think a scenario. What happens actually when you talk about any company, and even if a company is more huge or it has a lot many branches, say any MNCs, right? So those companies are having a data mostly in this form. How? because some of their data is in the database itself. Some of their data is just in the diaries of the employee. Some of the data is just only in the mind of the particular person who have did the meeting with a particular client or someone. Some of the data is just in the mind of an employee who just left the organization, and that data is with no one else in the organization. Some of the data is just in the Excel. Some of the data is just in the pen drive. Some of the data in today's era, it is just a click or a screenshot or a mobile image. Now, if your data is like this, and if someone asks you a question as a person who is dealing with the finance or procurement person who is, ordering particularly the inventories for a organization, if I say that, can you tell me if it's a real estate company or something like that, how many cement bags are there? I want to order 1,000 more. Would I have a data that on which side, how many cement bags are there available? If the data is correctly entered on the database systems, and if that company has database system in a place, you can answer it. Even if I just ask you people that how many, not how many, but how much sugar would be there at your home? How much sugar is there at your home? Because there are tons of data, tons of questions when you say, this is just an example of a household grocery, which I'm taking. Now, when you are running a business, you have 10 times more data. And even if you're having 10 branches, you have 100 times more data. And if someone then asks you that what is the thing and what is this, whatever answer you will give, there are high chances that answer will be wrong, because the data which is being seen by you is like this. Until and unless it is not in this way organized, it's very difficult to give a correct answer or to take a decision. This is the need why each and every organization is now willing to have a data scientist in their organization, or they could have a team who can work on the data analytics project, because everyone now wants to take a data-driven decision. And what is data-driven decision? By looking this data, I'm taking a decision rather by taking the data decision on the base of the intuition which is coming. Hopefully this was useful, right? Understood what is the exact need of data science and why do we need, and what is data-driven decision? The basis of data when you are deriving some of the decisions. Okay. So role of data science in industry 4.0, what is that? In production, in quality control, and in logistics. Of course, in production, for what? Analyzing the sensor data, predict malfunctions, optimize the settings, reduce waste, enhance throughput. So in solar generation, there is a huge role of data science. Like what can be the parameters by which I can have the highest solar generation? So that's a part of production basically. For QC, predictive maintenance, as we have seen, automatic image recognition, identifying product defects, all those comes under the quality control. Then comes the logistics, which is analytics, optimize supply chains by assessing transportation data, inventory level. So logistic analysis is very, very important. In which way I can design my path of a transportation so that I can have a minimum cost, right? So these all are the use cases of data science. And data science is not an area which only deals with the computer science, right? Data science is the something where you must have the knowledge of computer science, statistics and machine learning, and also the domain knowledge where you are applying data science. If you are IT engineer and if you know computer science well, you know statistics and machine learning well, but I'm keeping you in a organization where they are doing any pharmaceutical companies, right? And if you do not have any domain knowledge, like what can be the molecule, how the structure, or how the drug discovers, right? So it would be difficult to understand the data set, and just by not knowing the having the domain knowledge, if you give any insight to the company, might be it would not be useful to that company. So to have the domain knowledge is also must. Now, when we talk about big data analytics, big data is like storage, research, analysis, volume, and you all know that big data has the 5 V's, where variety, velocity, volume, and veracity, right? And even all 5 V's are present, we can say that, okay, this can be a big data. Again, what is the big data? When we ask someone, the first answer would be the data which is big. A huge amount of data is a big data, right? But big is very relative term. So if I say that it's a 5 GB file and it's a 50 GB file, which would be the big data? 50 GB and 500 GB, which is the big data? So big data is not about only volume. It's just about, more about characteristics of big data. So you need to analyze large data. You need to gain insights for data-driven decision. As I mentioned, that there are many places where your data is stored. So you need and have a combined view of that data to take a better decision. Now, what are the types of data analytics? So there are basically 4 types of data analytics. Descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive, right? So what is the types of data analytics? So if you are just analyzing data for the purpose of which are the 5 highest products which has been sold, which are the 5 lowest products which has been sold in last year, which are the 5 cities where my product was sold most, and which are the 5 cities where it has sold less. So this type of question comes under the descriptive. Now, the question of why, like why my product was sold maximum in Ahmedabad city, say for example. So that's a diagnostic. Why particular thing happened, whether it can be good, whether it can be bad. Why in last year company did not perform well. That's a diagnostic analytics. Predictive, that is what would be the sales in upcoming year. How much would be the revenue of a company if we are doing a constant growth as we are doing now? What would be the revenue of a company in 2030? or even in 2028, this all can be a predictive analytics from the previous data. Prescriptive analytics is something, the strategy, the end thing which is being suggested. How can we make it happen? I know by data analytics, it has been now said that why I have came to by diagnostic analytics, I have understood that why my sales has decreased in last 1 year. What can be the strategy which you can do further? That's a prescriptive analytics. So if I would perform X strategy, what would be the output? If I perform X2 strategy, what would be the output? This would come under the prescriptive analytics. So I think this is clear to everyone. Descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive. Is that clear? May I have some thumbs up? If you have already understood, great. Now comes what are the applications of machine learning in Industry 4.0. So like predictive maintenance, quality control, demand forecasting, process optimization, customer personalization. We have took example of all those. Predictive maintenance we have seen by the example of port. Quality control is something by checking or using computer vision for checking the product quality. Demand forecasting is if I'm having order of X products, how much products would be required in X month, X year, Y year. That's a demand forecasting. Process optimization, that is, say, take a process as a logistic. So how a logistic can be optimized, how I can design a path by which I can have a better result. So that's an optimization. Optimization word simply means a better way of doing the same thing. Customer personalization, we have seen the example of Amazon, Swiggy, Zomato, Netflix, YouTube giving you the recommendation that all are the customer personalization. And this all are the use cases where we use the machine learning. How does the data management take place in Industry 4.0? So you know about the cycle. First is always the data collection, then collected data would be stored, then data would be analyzed, then we check for the quality of the data, then security of the data. And that's how we are doing the management of the data when we talk about Industry 4.0. Data science and smart manufacturing. How data science is useful. This also we have seen like product development. So we have seen the generation of solar power, how to optimize that. So whenever you are doing even any product development, it should be analyzing your customer preferences for checking the trends. Because if you are working on a product development, you would also do a market analysis. Who are the end users who will purchase our product? So that's all about product development. Supply chain management is about logistics, manufacturing efficiency to check that how better you are doing manufacturing by improving the process or by reducing the waste. Sales and marketing, that again we have seen that there is a huge role because the data is being used for personalized recommendation. Finance operations are assesses the financial data to streamline the cost, to predict the revenue, or to enhance the profitability. So these all are the areas by which we can leverage the use of data science in smart manufacturing. So this is a case study of Tesla's use of data science. How Tesla uses. So in a driverless car, it is collecting lots of data. It refines the algorithm for autonomous driving. Even for hardware design, it uses a data science to optimize hardware design. Whatever data is collected, whatever feedback is collected, on the basis of that, it is being improvised and more improvised. What are the tools for data analytics? You might have heard or known about some. Python, R, Power BI, Tableau, Apache Spark. These all are some of the tools by which you can perform the data analytics. What's a data-driven culture? So when you talk about building a data-driven culture, as we mentioned or as we seen in that activity, right? It's not on the base of intuition. It's based on the data. People, process, technology, right? So if you want to build a data-driven culture, first of all, you need to empower all employees. You need to encourage your employees to use all those things. Promote cross-department collaboration. Provide comprehensive training. Equip with user-friendly tools. Nowadays, there are many tools. Even there are the GPTs specialized in data analysis purpose. So if you can just upload the Excel file and then you can ask tons of questions regarding data analysis, it does. And if you don't want to even ask a question, you just say that analyze the attached file. That's it. All the data analysis will be there just at a single click. That is something equipped with user-friendly tools. And recognize data-driven success. So all the team leads or all the teams who are working on the data-driven approaches or who are making the things in a more accessible way for the customer. So they should be recognized. So this is how you can build a data-driven culture in any organization. So for Unit 3, we have a hands-on on digital transformation case study, where what you need to do, you need to just choose any industry and outline 3 effective strategies to cultivate a data-driven culture within that sector. Say, for example, currently, if you see the industry of agriculture, right? So in agriculture, list out the 3 effective strategies by which data-driven culture within a sector can be used. Any thought, like in agriculture sector, how we can build a data-driven culture, how we can make farmer to think more on the data-driven approaches? Anything comes in your mind? So that's what you can think of: automating irrigation system, field tracking system, fingerprint. Okay, even the crop prediction, which crop you should grow, right? This all can be the agricultural sector use cases. Soil fertilizer should be used, right? By just giving them a mobile app where they can just click a picture and the disease of the plant can be detected. Right? Soil health detection, crop growth analysis, perfectly correct. So those are some of these strategies for industry which we took as a agriculture. Now unit 4 deals with the job roles and skills in industry 4.0. What are the job roles and skills which are required in industry 4.0? So when you go for a data scientist role, what can be your core responsibilities? Develop predictive models using machine learning algorithm, extract insight from complex data set to drive decision making. Now it looks very easy to read this line, but genuinely when you work as a data scientist role, you have lakhs and lakhs of the rows in an Excel sheet. And from that, you need to give some of the insights on why a particular thing is happening, right? And there are many, many case studies where many unseen things comes into the picture of the higher authorities. What are the essential skills? If your dream role is to become data scientist, what you should know? You should be proficient in Python, R, and SQL, and you should have a strong background in statistics and data visualization. For data visualization, if you know any of the tool like Power BI or Tableau, it would be definitely added advantage. What is the industry impact? Optimize production process, predictive maintenance, enhance product quality. Not only this, even in finance sector, every single business operation, there is a role of data scientist. Key responsibility, tools and skills, and business impact. Same slide is there in different way. If you are thinking of ML engineer, model development, system integration, performance optimization. So you would know how to design and implement ML models. You should be able to use TensorFlow and other framework. It's not only about knowing the machine learning framework. It is also about how to integrate ML in their existing system. And once it is implemented, how you can optimize the performance of the process. This comes under the ML. If you are thinking of any AI specialist role, you should know NLP, CV, and autonomous systems. So NLP, you should know about human-machine communication, chatbot, voice assistant for industrial application, not a small chatbot kind of thing related to particular organization and their need. Object detection, recognition, visual inspection, that all comes under the computer vision. Any quality control, sorting, handling, that comes in CV. Autonomous system, that is design AI-driven algorithm for self-operating machineries, optimized decision-making process. Cybersecurity, then you should know network, data encryption, threat analysis. Those are the core area if you talk about cybersecurity expert role. IoT engineer role, you should know device development. What comes under device development? That's an IoT device for industrial application you should be able to build. You also need a network knowledge, communication protocols, connectivity solution, and then comes data processing, because ultimately IoT systems would collect lots of data, how to process that data and how to optimize. Software engineer role, cloud computing, DevOps, cybersecurity, API development, those are some of the sub roles under the software engineer role. You can select one of the domain and become good in that. What are the future of industry 4.0 and digital transformation? So 5.0, as I said, 5.0 is at the doorstep, which focuses on the human-machine collaboration. It's machine-machine collaboration in 4.0. In 5.0, we are focusing on the human and machine collaboration. Uses AI and robotics to enhance, not replace the human work. Emphasizes personalization, sustainability, and worker well-being. 5G connectivity, hyper-automation, that is RPA, that is robotic process automation, allowing humans to focus on higher value tasks. Repetitive tasks or boring tasks you can assign to AI. Offer faster, more reliable connections for real-time data exchange. What are the emerging roles and skills in Industry 4.0? Digital twin specialist, robotics engineer, AR/VR developer. This is all for Industry 4.0. These are some of the emerging roles other than what we have seen. Digital twin, I have already explained. It is nothing but it's a virtual representation of physical system. Right? Robotics engineer, they can design, develop, and maintain the robotic system. AR/VR, augmented reality, virtual reality. You might have experienced this in many of the game zones. Even if you have experienced this whenever you are, you are going to the any site, right? Like you want to purchase a flat or a bungalow or a tenement, they are still under construction, but they can give you the virtual reality of that. How does it look and feel and all those kind of things. What is the impact of Industry 4.0 on global workforce? Collaborative automation, upskilling the workforce, and evolving job roles. So these are three main things if you are planning to have a global workforce, because it is not the thing that only India will see the Industry 4.0, right? It's a worldwide, and not only 4.0. As I said, that 5.0 is already being implemented. Ethics and sustainability in Industry 4.0, which is very, very important. right? Responsible AI use. So there is a branch like explainable AI we also have a responsible AI. So responsible AI, that is the use of AI in responsible manner. Sustainable practices mostly deals with the more sustainable and eco-friendly industry setup. And sustainability basically means that without reducing your current need, you are preserving for the future generation, or you are finding the alternatives for the future generation. That is sustainable practices. Collaborative sustainability, it is a cooperation between worker, engineer. That means a cross-functional or say cross-domain kind of thing. Because now the days are gone where the agricultural person would not learn AI, or the mechanical engineer will not have a subject of AI. It is going to be a mandatory subject even if you are taking any branch. So to conclude the session, we have seen today what is Industry 4.0. Even we have seen what is Industry 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, how 4.0 would change the current way of operation, understanding the stages of industrial revolution, what is digital transformation, what are the technologies used in Industry 4.0, case studies, and how those things are being used towards what are the future in this area, what are the job roles in this sector, right? We have seen all those things. Okay, so now you can answer A, B, C, D. Which of the following is a key pillar of Industry 4.0? Supply chain management, human resource, data science, or manual processes? Okay, we are getting answer C, which is the correct answer. So जो भी कौन बनेगा करोड़पति वाली feeling है, so you all have won 10,000 rupees on a lighter note. So what role does data science play in Industry 4.0? Is it A, collecting historical data only? Is it B, focusing solely on physical products? Is it C, eliminating the need for analytics? Or it's D, extracting insights from complex data sets? Mind well, you do not have any lifeline. Correct answer is B. Perfect. So again, have a round of applause for all those who have given the answer D. Which tool is commonly used for data visualization in Industry 4.0? Word, Notepad, PowerPoint, or Power BI? किसने दिया सबसे फर्स्ट? हरदीप सिंह. Great. सभी के करेक्ट आंसर के लिए. Which of the following is not a skill typically required for roles in Industry 4.0? Which skill you do not need in Industry 4.0? Data analysis, programming, manual assembly, or cybersecurity knowledge? C. Yes, the correct answer is C. And the last question on the screen is, what is the purpose of upskilling in the context of Industry 4.0? To maintain traditional manufacturing technique, to prepare the workforce, that's an employee, for new technologies, to increase manual job positions, or to reduce automation efforts? What do you understand by upskilling? Correct. It's B, to prepare the workforce. Thank you. Do not forget to mark your attendance. Hopefully you have gained some knowledge in the session, and I have tried to keep it as interesting as possible. Okay. Okay. So thank you all for joining. Okay. Have a good day ahead. Bye. Take care. Week 2 submission deadline Sunday. It would be better if you do till Saturday, but yes, you can do till Sunday. Thank you, Shishu.